this kind of imagery to this by some corrective lenses. So this is my guess. I called and talked to D&G, and they couldn't give me curves for the one out there. They could find a record, or they couldn't, they didn't want to tell me. That's okay. But, so this is my guess at what the D&G Acromat is up there at Three Rivers. It's 15-inch f12, 180-inch focal length. So the back focus from the back of the lens, the focus is 178 inches. Okay, so it's going to give you real sharp green-yellow imagery, but it's going to have blue, violet, and red glow that any Acromat's going to have. So I took Keith's picture here of Alpha Hercules, and then I took this lens that I designed, and I simulated what it would do. And sure enough, in a millimeter circle, this is out to, see, I've got about the same size blob that this lens would produce as Keith's photo, which was taken with an electronic sensor, again, not the eye. Your eye would not see so much all of this purple out here. And he did Alberio, starring Alberio A is in B, so this is the double starred Cygnus. And again, he got that big purple magenta haze around it. So I think I'm pretty close on my guess at my design for the Three Rivers. These bands here, just because I didn't have a million wavelengths, I just had like 9 or something. So, but notice that you do get a super sharp spot at the center in the green-yellow spectrum. It's just that all the violet, blue, and red light are out of focus. So I don't have to go through all this. There are ways, believe me, when they built Yerkes, the 1 meter refractor, and the 36-inch at Lid, and the 30-inch at U.S. Naval Observatory and Pictamidi, and the 24-inch Alvin Clark at Flagstaff. All of those, nobody liked that color, but they studied a lot on how to correct that color. So there was a lot of work on that with optical oils, chromocore. I don't know if anybody knows about that. It actually worked pretty well, but the guy, Valery Gurjov, he ran out of the glass it takes to make the chromocore. It was a special one-time run of glass, and when he ran out of it, he didn't make chromocores anymore. And it did pretty good. It cleaned it up. The paper I looked at, McCarthy's paper, patent in 55, and that works pretty good. You put another lens in behind the big lens, and it will bring more of the colors to focus. But I knew about a trick I learned on working on defense optics that worked better than that. And so what's called a reverse achromatic Nanga mirror, which is a bunch of letters. Well, what it looks like is this. Here's the Three Rivers lens, and it comes to focus. And then what I do here is I let the light go on by and hit this color corrector here, and then it comes back to focus. But what I do is tip the color corrector just a little bit. And like you see here, enough that the light can clear the focus, hit a mirror and come up here. And it only takes a 1.3 minor axis diagonal to do that. This is kind of what it looks like. It's a couple of glasses here of different composition, and they have a little bit of tilt, so that when you tip it, how many of y'all have seen a telescope that's out of alignment, right? you get a mess, right? No, and that's all she's done so far, but we're going to fix that. But yeah, it's bad when the telescope's out of alignment. So when you tip this lens here, it's putting it out of alignment. Well, what I did was I messed around with the tilts between those two elements to clean the image back up so it can actually de-tilt it a little bit. When you do that, you get this. Remember that color curve where two colors come to focus and the rest of them go on? This is a conventional, this is what the Three Rivers Acromat would do. This is what the one does that I designed. The color is almost zero. It's almost like a mirror. And that's all the way from purple light all the way to red light. So the data over there so you can kind of correlate it. What the effect of that is, this is the Acromat as it sits out there at Three Rivers. You've got this huge blue halo, purple halo, and you got a nice tight core here of a yellow-green light. And when I put my corrector in there, I took all of that light and went down into that dot. Okay, and that's what a color corrector can do for that thing. And that would, you take pictures with this color corrector in place on that 3 rivers acromat, you would have the cleanness of the image that Takahashi I've got gives. And compare it, here's full field. This is over the whole 1-inch diameter field of view, which is pretty much the size of most electronic sensors will fit that. Full frame 35, bigger than an APS. And this is what you get, these are the spots you get over the field with just the acromat. And this is going from 0.47, which is purple to indigo light, all the way to red light. And you can see the colors there, the color codes. And when you put the color corrector in, it does that. So it sharpens the focuses all that out of focus color into one tiny little point. And there's just the tiniest bit out here of what's called lateral color, which is kind of like a prism does. It smears the starlight out. So a star picture here is going to be kind of yellow-green in the middle, and then it's going to be magenta out away from the edge. But how much compared to what that? It's extremely sharp. So this is it shows that it can be done with this kind of optical system. Remember, I'm just doing this for fun, right? And is it worth considering? No. They're not. Big refractors aren't. This was fun. This was just something I doodled with when I got Keith's picture. Big refractors aren't really photographic because of their color. If you cleaned up the color on a big refractor like that, the image would be spectacular. You'd have essentially a 15-inch Takahashi for astrophysics or type quality refractor. But you know, you're not going to be doing deep sky with F12. You know, it's going to take forever to get an exposure. But they do take good men and moon planet pictures because there's no center obstruction like a Newtonian or a Cassegrain with that little mirror in the middle. It's wide open, and you get more contrast all the way across the image, all different size structure in the image. So it's feasible. You don't really need it for visible, and it's not going to be cheap to make that thing. That's probably $5,000, $6,000 lens to make, and then you still have to install it and hold it and everything. So really the point of this pitch is just to show that a big acromat, you could take this principle of this tilted Manga mirror and apply it to your East or U.S. Naval Observatory. This is a way to correct those big telescopes. I don't know if they will. They probably won't. I was going to do a paper on applied optics, but that's all I got for tonight. What I wanted to ask you guys is, I'm thinking about, if you're interested, I'm bringing a laptop up here. I don't want to do some static, boring pitch like watching hay grow. I want to take a night where you guys throw me a design, say, I want a refractor. We're going to sit here and we're going to design it. I want to do this in, whenever Tom said like May or something. What do you guys think about that as a program? I will try to make it not boring. You want a Cassegrain? We'll sit there and design a Cassegrain right on the screen. You'll see how to do it. You want a Gregorian, you want a Maksudov, you want a Schmidt Cassegrain. We've probably got time in a half hour to do about 5 or 6 telescopes. And then I've got, last time I inventoried, I have I think it was 18,000 lens files. So when I back them up, so I can just I can get a few of them out and I can show you the way these different telescopes, the way the optics work, But that's all in this thing. It's just for fun. This is recreational optics, I call it. Just to show that it could be done. And with that, I'll take any questions, and I'd be glad to do a optical design program some night where you actually sit there and watch it, not just watch static stuff. Yes, sir.
How much time was there involved in this little exercise that you did?
About a couple of days.
Couple days?
Yeah. Well, I already knew how to do it. I just hadn't done it on this scope, and I didn't have the exact numbers on the 3 rivers. So at best, this is still probably pretty close to it. If anybody wanted to do this lens, it worked. I'm close enough to what it does that it would match. But I did talk to D&G about it, and we're interested in doing it. I said, you don't have to tell me your lens design. Here's mine. You tweak it. So they were kind of which is the way I feel about it. This is more, like I said, it's hobby optics design. It's not something you do, but it was fun to be able to get it as clean as it was. Yeah.
So how much would it cost to do one of these for something like this? 630 millimeter refractor that you were working with, here Ryan.
Oh, that, I don't know, if you had, if you could get off the shelf lenses, you know, a couple $100. If you had to have the lenses made by a shop, it might be $1,500 or so, it costs more than the refractor, but it would be less than buying a Takahashi. So, and that thing was so long, remember, and you could put a fold mirror in there and fold it back on itself, so, yeah.
Yeah, and like, any of the high-end, like Takahashi's or other, refractors, is the OTA always aerated? It's not ever under a negative or a positive pressure? What about the gas that's inside the
Yeah.
OTA itself?
Well, when you got the, between the lenses,
No, in the actual tube
oh,
itself.
well, it's gonna be, when you pull an eyepiece out, it's ambient. Yeah, it's not pressurized, they don't have like windows in there and stuff. I've noticed there's these argon-filled